thermal power plant converts thermal energy into electrical energy. This is the actual size of the thermal plant, so let's make a smaller version of it. To convert thermal energy into steam to drive the turbine, I need a boiler. So I am basically making a water tube boiler by wrapping the copper pipe around a cup. I also add a secondary coil in the boiler to increase its efficiency. To heat the boiler, I am basically using this burner, which is basically used in camping stoves. Because there are some gas between the coil of the boiler, which can eventually reduce its efficiency, so I tie them with some wires. Let's test the burner. By testing the burner, the flame of the burner looking quite promising. Let's see how well this will produce steam. The secondary coil gets red hot instantly, which is a good sign. Now to make pressurized water tank to feed the water to the boiler, I am using this spray can, making a hole inside the can and putting this T-shape which I get from hardware store in it and sealing it with some JB weld. To fill JB weld inside it, I basically make a mold with cardboard. After the JB weld gets hard, the water tank is almost ready. So let's install it with the boiler on the board. To feed the water to the boiler, I am using this flow control valve. The main purpose of using this valve is to open slowly and moderate the flow of water in the boiler. One end of the valve is connected to the boiler and other end will be connected to the water tank with the hose clamp. Because the boiler have to be heated at high temperature, so that is why I can't use my favorite hot glue, so I have to tie it with some wires. After fixing everything on the board, now the question is how I will feed water to this water tank. So for the answer is that this refiller bottle which I made earlier. So basically this is a simple bottle with a valve on the cap to refill the bottle with water, and the other end of the refiller bottle have a hose connector to connect the refiller bottle with the water tank. After connecting the refiller bottle to the water tank, I pressurize the bottle with some air which eventually push the water and air pressure in the tank. After spray painting everything, I don't know why I done that. Let's test the boiler. So I am using propane to heat up the boiler, but we can also use other flammable gases like hydrogen. Just kidding, it's very dangerous. And because the propane is slightly invisible, so that is why you can't see the flame. So let's open the valve and see how well this will perform. Because the high pressure steam is invisible, that is why you can't clearly see the steam. Now to make the turbine, I use this metallic plate which I get from hardware store and weld some cutter blade on it. Then I pass a screw in the center of the turbine and tight the nut, which can be then fitted on the bearing block. While press fitting the turbine to the bearing block, the block eventually breaks. And I say that's good, because I also need to spray paint the turbine to prevent it from rusting. After spray painting the turbine, I give it a go. The turbine is running but not as good as I want it to be. This is because the nozzle is too far away. So after adjusting the nozzle, I give it another go. To generate electricity from this turbine, I am using this small DC generator and connect the generator with the turbine by using these pulleys. The pulley is then fitted with the end of the turbine with some nuts. I use smaller pulley on the generator to increase its RPM and then connect it with the turbine. Now to measure the voltage of generator, I am using this small voltmeter which can measure from 3 to 24 volts. After installing the meter, let's test how much this turbine will produce. The turbine is running perfectly but is not producing any volt. I was a bit confused at first. I initially thought this happened because the generator was not reaching its desired RPM. So I swapped the generator pulley with a smaller pulley to increase the RPM of the generator and give it another go. And again the turbine runs quite good but nothing happened until I realized this. The wire is not connected. I forget to connect these wires. At that time, I realized how stupid I am. So, anyway, I connect the wire and run the turbine again. Because these types of turbine produce more power at high RPM, so I swap the turbine pulley with a smaller pulley to increase its RPM and see what's happened. It's definitely work. So I think why not increase its more RPM by using the bigger pulley on the generator to reduce even more load. It definitely increases its RPM but does not increase the volt. So that is why this idea is flop. So I swapped the pulleys to the original one. So while testing or overloading the turbine, this is what happened. The nozzle eventually flies away due to high pressure. Thank God I was not in front of this. Anyway, if you enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like.